Alors, les changements aux évaluations.
So the changes to environmental assessments affect the living environment of Canadians. It affects their water quality and the food they eat. And all of this without any public consultation. Seismic tests, dams, wind farms, power plants, all of these can be put in place without the least little federal environmental assessment. When the Prime Minister said he was basing project approval on science, which science was he talking about? His own? The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
He knows full well that the deficiencies in the previous Canadian Environmental Assessment Act were well reviewed in committee in this Parliament and in previous parliaments. The improvements and the strengthening that we brought forward in SIA 2012 are there for all Canadians to see, and as we move forward, implementing the new provisions of this improved law, we look forward to input from all stakeholders and all partners.
And the honourable member for Halifax.
Well, Mr. Speaker, speaking of projects that no longer require environmental assessment, let's talk about the Oshawa ethanol plant. Because until the Conservatives rammed through their bill to dismantle the Environmental Assessment Act, the project was going to be subject to a full federal environmental assessment. But thanks to the minister's reckless changes, the federal government has abandoned this process. Same project, one day it deserves environmental assessment, and the next day it doesn't. So why are the Conservatives so afraid to let communities have their say?
Exactly.
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
Well, Mr. Speaker, again, my colleague knows full well that SIA 2012 provides for the Government of Canada and for the Environmental Assessment Agency to focus on the large and most significant projects that are being proposed across the country. The 2,000 to 3,000 plus screenings, which were in effect under the previous Act, are now the responsibility of lower levels of government, but still subject to the same strict federal environmental laws.
The honourable member for Trinity Spadina.